Everyone, we would like to welcome Tommy Fleetwood here to the Media Center at the Players Championship. Tommy, opening round, 6 under 66. Just get some general comments about the first day.
Well, it's a great first day. I'm chuffed to be in on that score. Felt like I did. Felt like I drove the ball well, aside from a couple, and I felt like I chipped and put it great. And for sure, like that was the most I could have got out the round. So. Days like that are very, very pleasing. I think there's things I can do better, so I'll try and do that over the next few days. But again, I'm not going to, complain about the day or anything. I'll just move on and be happy with the 66.
Thank you. With that, we'll open up questions to the media. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, and we will get a microphone over to you. We're going to open up with Daniel Rappaport here in the center.
Hey, Tommy, you were actually quite close to not qualifying for this championship. I think you were 50th in the world with the top 50 getting in. And
it's close enough.
Close enough. What's been the issue the last year or so? Why have you dropped to where you are?
I haven't played well. I think there's been certain things in my swing, if you like, that I haven't quite understood, and I would say feelings and shots that I have seen haven't quite matched up with, say, what I've always felt and thought like. So then, your confidence takes a hit because you're not quite comfortable out on the golf course. And I would say that if you're not playing very well, especially out here, standards so high and it keeps getting higher, when you're off the pace and you're lacking confidence, the game becomes very, very difficult. And, I haven't sort of played terrible, and my results haven't been terrible, but I've lacked obviously very good results. And then I think, especially from a world ranking standpoint, that makes it very, very difficult. So I'm just sort of been gradually declining. So yeah, it's been difficult. Just haven't played like I can or how I expect to play. But, things change. Let's see.
And when you're not playing your best, does it make it harder to play such a global schedule like you do, going back and forth?
Yeah, definitely, because you're playing, minimal events on both tours, and like, even in my best years, if you say in my best years FedEx Cup wise, I was always starting, like a lot of the guys. I was way behind the 8 ball when I started, and just played very consistently throughout those years. So it's difficult when you obviously always need, good results or very good results to then make headway. And when you don't get them, it obviously does become very difficult. And again, when you're not seeing good scores and the shots aren't quite there, it just becomes harder and harder for it to, to change that momentum.
We're going to move over to left back here, and then we'll move the microphone up to Steve.
Tommy, the years you played well here, the 2 years, what about this course matches up well to your game, or vice versa, and extending into today? What clicks when you're playing this course well?
I would say that it's very much a ball striker's golf course. I think my strengths over the years have always been hit and play a lot off the tee, very consistent, hit a lot of greens with my irons, never really put myself in too much trouble, and have a very sort of patient attitude and mindset. It's very much, I love this golf course. I really, really do. If you play well, you get rewarded, and if you play poorly, you're going to struggle to make a score. And I think, it's major-like in that sense. And again, when I'm playing well, I'm obviously going to drive it well and put the ball in play a lot, and then not make too many mistakes. So the years that I did play well, I obviously did that particularly well.
And now we'll go over to Steve DeMegli on the left.
Burning question, why did you shave the beard, and are you growing it back?
I was in a really bad mood. It was like break some golf clubs or shave my beard, and then I went for the beard.
Well, how difficult has been this stretch since you last won, getting through it and keep going on forward?
Yeah. I think all of us live and breathe the game. So when it's not going your way, it's always. But I do think I would say that without high expectations, then none of the players out here would be who they are, and they would get to where they are. So everybody has to have high expectations, but then there's a balance, between how you're actually playing and what you're doing. So there's sometimes a contrast when you're not playing too well, but it's been fine. I still have one of the best jobs in the world. I've just not been performing to the level that I want to perform at. But again, I'm not going to sit here and moan or complain about playing poorly for a couple of years. That's down to me and people around me to improve and get better and do the right things. And I feel like we're doing that. And you just focus on day by day and try and build confidence and try and shoot more scores like today.
And we're going here in the center.
Hi, Tommy. A couple of things. Did the stoppage come as the worst possible time for you when you going for a hat-trick of birdies and got a 9-footer? And did you feel like you found something last week over the weekend, having probably thought you might miss the cut?
Well, I probably should have missed the cut. It's funny how golf goes, really, because it's like the week before, felt pretty good about my game, turn up and play shocking on Friday, missed the cut by 1, and then last week, I played dreadful for 2 days, really, and I hit a terrible bunker shot on 8, which was my 17th hole on Friday. That was practically going in the water, hits the pin, goes in, make the cut on the mark, and then finish all right. Like it's just a strange game that you never seem to be able to understand, or that makes no sense. Feel like things like that can build momentum. I think I was quite happy with when the delay came. If the delay, you knew the delay was going to come at some point, especially when we were playing those holes. Hadn't particularly played the second that well, and if there was ever a place to walk off, I had a 10-foot putt 20 yards from the putting green that I was going to come back to. So it worked out really well, and to be able to practice sort of a similar putt, then walk straight over to the green and then hit it was lucky in a way, and that putt kind of was a great way to start the day by holding that and then getting going again.
Staying in the same area, we'll go over here and then up to the front.
Was that a serious point about the beard and the bad mood? That's when you did it?
It's kind of semi-serious.
Right. It sounds like it requires expansion, that's all.
It was partly true, partly I just... it was kind of in a mess, and I was going to shave it, and then I was sort of in a bad enough mood where I couldn't be bothered putting like the clipper on like a number 9, so I just
Thank you.
It'll grow back.
Just following on from this, I mean, it looks like tomorrow could be a bit messy as well. Another delay. The forecast looks, dodgy. Are you okay with a kind of disrupted tournament like that? Do you think you can, get the experience to get on with it, or would it concern you in any way?
No, look, whenever we play until and whatever it takes, we're here to walking off. I'm answering your question. You just know that you're here, hopefully, until the very end, and you just get on with it. Everybody's in the same circumstances. When it's your turn to play, and I think just make sure that you stay ready throughout the week. It's easy to get caught off guard when you're hanging around for a long time to then all of a sudden have to try and switch it back on. So it's almost like, relax as much as you can and save your energy, but always kind of stay ready and in that mindset that you might be going out at any time. And it's an amazing event. Dan said I was the last person into the event pretty much. So it's great being here. I've had a great first round, so try and make the most of it now and, be grateful, whenever we do get to play, to go out and challenge yourself.
Front row on the very far left here.
Tommy, it looked like things almost got away from you there on 6 and 7, and you made the big save on 7. How much on a week like this, when you might even have all day tomorrow off, does a save like that and turning the round back around?
Well, for sure, it was one of those days where I got the most out of the round and played 5 amazing, and then hit a terrible shot on 6 and 7. I mean, absolutely, I completely stole a 4. Like that could have been any number. Like gouge one out of the rough and it goes to 6 feet and knock it in, and then almost like the next hole, 8 and 9 to the middle of the green, and then hole one of the hardest, make a birdie on one of the hardest holes of the course. So it was just one of those rounds where things went right for me. You've still got to hit the shots, but it was nice to. You have plenty of rounds where you don't get the most out of it. So when you do, take that and run really. But 7 was kind of an amazing par, and then to birdie the one after it was, really, really good.
Staying on the left, we'll go in the very back.
Tommy, when you say that playing professional golf is one of the best jobs in the world, what could you possibly rank ahead of it?
There's a few things. I don't know, like golf, without being kind of comical about it, golf has, for all of us that are here, golf has been what we've done from a very young age and we've dreamt about. So, of course, there is, you know, for us, we're chasing our dreams every day, which is an amazing thing. There's probably no better job, but at the same time, perspective can get thrown out the window quite often, and you know, you don't like it too much. But in reality, we're very lucky. We work hard at what we do, but we're very lucky to get the chance to do it every week.
And now we'll go over to front right.
Tommy, you mentioned the last 2 weeks. You're one of the few who played both weeks. Does that prepare you for playing a third week in a row in Florida?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think the more I can keep playing, which hasn't always been the case in my career. I always played better in my first or second week after like a break, after a couple of weeks off. But at the moment, I think the more I can keep playing, get myself into a rhythm of what I'm doing, is better for me. Whether the courses are easy, hard, whatever the conditions are. It's amazing the contrast from, if you say, the weekend last week to coming out today and playing. But I think, yeah, conditions change, but at the same time, golf is golf. A good shot is a good shot. You prepare yourself for whatever the course demands, and there is a flow to that and a rhythm to that. And I think the more I play at the moment is a good thing for me in that sense.
We'll go on left here with Bob Herrick and then bring the mic over here to Rex.
During the last, couple years here where you've had these issues or struggled a bit, is the difficulty of playing both tours been a factor in that at all, and trying to juggle that? And obviously with the pandemic, there was going to be some struggles also with travel and such.
Yeah, of course. I think there's always a combination of, especially for us, myself and my family are based in the UK, so travel hasn't been the same. It's not been as easy as it always has been. Playing two tours is, it is tough. You see the guys that actually play two tours, they're a very high standard of golfer that do it year in, year out, the ones that manage to juggle both. So yeah, like there's things that haven't made it any easier when I've not been playing well. But at the same time, I wouldn't sit here and make excuses. Just said golf is golf. I feel like you do the right things, hit good golf shots, you're going to be fine wherever you're playing, and the results will come. For me, that hasn't been the case. And it can go either way. Like I might still be in. Everybody keeps talking about the last 2 years. Might still be in that 2 years. It might be 3 years. Who knows? But also, I might be coming out the other side of it. We'll wait and see. I feel like I'm starting to play better. I still wouldn't come in today and say I feel like I played great. I don't think I hit my irons well at all. I feel like I can practice that and improve it. The 2 years have been what they've been. I feel like I could have had better results this year so far, but I feel like I've sort of showing some signs of consistency. This day's been a great day. I might have a day of waiting, and then I might turn up on Saturday or whenever it is, and I might play terrible, I might play great, and might roll with it and have an amazing year. But we'll see. The game is strange, but I do think I'm doing enough good things now that I can push on.
We have time for just a few more. We're going to go Rex, then to Adam Shupak.
Given the forecast that you just talked about, beyond your score, is there part of you that's happy that you just got finished today?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I've got a full round in today. I don't know when I'll play next, but I'm happy. Like I'm done, and I'll sit, I'll rest, spend time with the family tonight. I can go into tomorrow knowing that I'm really definitely not going to be out until pretty late. But I have enough time to sort of plan. And I mean, today I turned up at the golf course at 5, and they can turn into very long days, so you don't kind of want too many of them as you're going on throughout the week. But I've had a really good day. I can sit on that. I can feel happy with my work, and go from there for sure. So I feel very comfy being in, and we'll see what happens.
And we'll finish up with Adam Schupak.
Tommy, what sort of comments did you get when you shaved, and does your wife have a preference?
She definitely has a preference, and it's not this one. I think definitely my favourite comment, it was my 31st birthday in Abu Dhabi this year, and I was playing with Victor Hovland, and obviously we're very close, and he was like, in fact, I was playing with him and Colin, and both of them were like looking at me, and we were like, we had to Google your age. I thought you were like 37, 38. It's a pretty harsh comment, to be fair, but when I shaved it off, I think it took about 15 years off me, so everybody kind of noticed that I look a lot younger without the beard, so that was a positive. Claire definitely prefers me with a beard, so I'll probably grow it back. As long as I can keep my temper and keep smiling, then I won't have to shave it off again.
And what was the club you used to chip in at 18?
Just a lob wedge. It was just 60 degree, like, came out of a 7-iron, and I could have pulled a lob wedge out as it was mid-air, knowing it was going to be in the rough. There was only ever going to be one club.
As always, Tommy, thank you for taking the time to join us, and
Thank
we
you.
wish you the best of luck the rest of the week.
Thanks, guys.